Sonny Corinthos didn't like what Ava had to tell him. The General Hospital recap for July 25, 2023, features Ava coming clean with a shocked and angry Sonny. In this episode, Sonny demanded answers from Ava, and she had no choice but to tell the truth. He also had to give advice to Dex when the younger man found a dead body. Brooke, Lynn, and Chase had a date by the pool while his brother Finn and Elizabeth had a dinner date in which they talked about their kids and past significant others. Curtis and Portia also had a date in Curtis's hospital room. Now, let's dig a little deeper into the details. Sonny, Maurice Bernard, walked in on Ava, Maura West, arguing with Betty the nanny, and wanted to know what the disagreement was all about. Betty, Ella Lantini, put on her sweet, child-loving act, but Sonny was distracted when Dex, even Hofer, called to tell him about the body in the alley. Sonny advised Dex on how to handle things and returned to Ava and Betty, who had just threatened Delia, Ava's mother, again. Sonny immediately sensed something off with Betty, considering how jumpy Ava was. She tried to do a good job building Betty up in Sonny's eyes, but when Betty was gone, Sonny demanded to know what was really going on. As Sonny screamed in her face, Ava decided to just come clean and told him almost everything, including that Austin's Roger Howarth, cousin Mason, Nathaniel Gray, was threatening her. Sonny's ears perked up when he heard Ava was told to get info on the Pikeman group. Finally, she had to tell him what happened with Nicholas. Back on the mainland in Port Charles, Dex had to answer a dozen questions from Dante, Dominic Zamprogna, but didn't tell him the truth about why he happened to be in a GH alleyway at night. Brooke, Lynn, Amanda Seton, and Chase, Josh Swickard, ended their romantic date at a closed Metro Court pool. Who knew the pool ever closed? Where they discussed her sadness over Nettie Main, Wally Kurth. However, BLQ preferred to talk about something more cheerful as she and Chase shared a drink and some romance. They even made a bet about who could catch more peanuts in their mouth. The loser would be forced to skinny dip. Although Brooke Lynn lost the bet, Chase was the one who decided to get naked after she wowed him with a kiss. Portia, Brooke Kerr, tried to be as cheerful as possible for Curtis, Donald Turner, but also tried to be realistic with him about his condition. She didn't want him getting fake news from the internet, but he was looking for some sort of hope. Instead, Portia suggested that they order some takeout and enjoy a night in the hospital, of course. Things seemed to be going well until Curtis heard that Portia planned to cut back on her work hours to take care of him. Liz, Rebecca Herbst, and Finn, Michael Easton, arrived at the Port Chairs Grill for their date. Things started on an awkward note as they admitted they were both nervous, but hey, at least they were on the same page, right? As they talked of bedpans and kids, Finn was surprised to hear from the babysitter that Violet, Jofiel Love, wasn't causing trouble. When Liz received a positive text from Jake, Hudson West, they knew their kids were practically setting them up again. It also turned out that Finn had no idea that Liz, a former artist, likes to paint, which may not bode well for their future.